What it is, y'all? It is your old boy Pilk, and I'm back with more Danmachi. I know we took a little bit of a hiatus. It was unintended, but, you know, things happen in life. Let's get down to it, because we got a brand new month, and we have a ton to talk about. Okay? First things first, obviously, Undertale Skura is back. You should be running this each and every single day. It's very simple. It's literally war game. Just, 3 of them a day. Also, at reset every month now, going forward, and we haven't talked about this in a while, but we are going to be getting a new Memoria. So let's go ahead and, actually, we should, I suppose, acquire that Memoria. Let's go ahead and receive it. Alright. This should tell you what it is, okay? Gain a new Memoria, first time seeing the sun. Alright? Let's go to our Memoria list over here. I thought I'd give us an opportunity to get open it, but apparently not. And let's see what she do. Okay. Now, I haven't yet discussed how to upgrade Memoria, and I've been setting out a lot of the Memoria upgrade materials. So we will have the discussion on that sometime very soon. But all party penetration rate plus 2% for 1 to 3 turns. And when we go up, it'll go. Looks like it'll actually stay the same. All party penetration rate 2% for 1 to 3 turns. Doesn't look like it's gonna change much when we do the upgrades, but we'll talk about upgrades obviously as that happened. Now, that is just the two main resets. Now, the number one thing we want to talk about every single month is a way you can acquire Irish, you can upgrade units, and that is, of course, if we go to the little settings icon here, we go to inventory and we go to bonds. That is your excess bonds. Now, I've covered this quite a bit on this channel. I'll make it as quick as I possibly can, but it's a very detailed discussion. Okay? Number one, you can sell them individually up there, but if you go to the top and you go to sell multiple, you can sell all your bonds here. Now, you could choose sell all, or you could choose surplus. That simply is either going to sell every single bond you got, or since we're not in any big event right now, we don't have a huge reason to do a ton of summons. We don't have anything major, at least that we know of, coming up. We might get some news of that tomorrow. We'll see. I don't expect anything massive for a bit of time still. So we might get some non-time limited stuff here and there, but the next big time limited thing is most likely going to drop probably in next month. So for now, you can just sell your surplus. Now, the nice part is, you'll notice there's another tab up here where you can sell not only your 2 and 3 stars, but also your 4 stars. And that's super handy. Also notice, when you select 4 star, it grays out the sell all option. You cannot accidentally sell all of your 4 star bonds. Sell your surplus bonds, and it's going to give you a ton of Serios. And if you're like me, it's also going to give you some Dulb. Dulb are the little black gems there at the bottom. The little silver gems at the top are your Serios. Now, what do these do? Well, before we get to that, let's talk about why you want to do this, okay? Now, obviously, this is going to go back, and this is going to leave some here, okay? And when it comes to your 4 stars, all of your 4 stars are going to remain intact. Now, there are some 4 stars here that you could sell if you wanted to. So, say for the sake of argument, I want to sell this size unit. I'm not going to use her. She's not a unit I'm probably going to upgrade. So let's just click sell and see what happens, alright? Okay, if I click the little plus button, queue her up, that's going to give me 10 Serios and what? About 50 Serios, 10 Dulb. Notice that if I go back here, and let's say sell a 3 star, okay? Sell. Click it up. Notice that only gives me what? 10 Serios, no Dulb. Dulb is only acquired from the 4 star sales. So understand that as the rarity of the unit drops off, so does the value, at least in this regard. Now, if we go back out here, we go back to the main page, we'll talk about what these do and why you would want to do this, okay? So if I go to the shop, go to the Serious and Dulb exchange, notice, and I'll talk about the top here in a moment, but we have a ton of tickets and items here. And all of these items right here, okay? Dungeon Cake, Dungeon Sandwich, Book of Ability, Book of Knowledge, big bouquet, single flower, and Arario souvenir are all items that give you CP levels. What are CP levels? I'm glad you asked. I'm going to go ahead and buy all of my Arario souvenirs because I desperately need those, probably more than anything else right now. But I'm going to wrap myself out here. I'm sitting on quite a few CP items just because I've been a bit, well, for lack of a better word, lazy about upgrading my units. But let's go down here and see who my lowest unit is, okay? In CP level, you're going to have a ton of units here that are going to be, well, yours probably aren't going to be nearly as high level as mine. Some people are going to be a lot higher level, but neither here nor there. This is the relative, level of the units in your bin. And when I say level, if I actually click on one and I go to CP reward list, it's going to tell me down here I am aware of this crossover unit. Notice at level 2 I get 10 agility. Level 3 I get some iris. Remember I said you can farm some iris from this? That gets important. Level 4 I get dex. We're up to level 20, so we've got some MP, some strength, more magic. We're all the way up here at level 20. So my next level will actually give me some MP, but I've got some very, very, very sweet rewards out of this. The best part about this is, if I go out here to the main page, notice that I'm on eyes here. I can actually switch this over to Leafia. Okay. Go to CP reward list. Now remember my eyes CP rewards, thank you for that. My eyes CP rewards were blue. Now they're pink. And my rewards look a little bit, or my CP unit list looks a little bit different. The reason for that is very simple. Eyes, Leafia, and Belle each have a differing CP list. The rewards, a little bit different as well. So, these will all stack. If I actually go, and I'll show you this in action here. If I just go into the album, let's say for the sake of argument, I'm going to grab this Belle. This Belle is maxed out for everybody. So let's see what his stats are. Okay. 3601 HP, 1638 physical. Let's just remember those two stats. 3601, 1638. And other stats will change as well. You'll see some pluses over here, and that's literally just all the boosts that he's going to get. Now, 3601, 1638. All right. If we actually go back out here to, let's go to the party, and let's just swap that Belle onto any old team. All right, bam. And let's go in here and look at his stats. Now, these stats are not affected by the assist. You'll actually notice that if we go down here, those stats even get better. Like HP is like 5,400 out there. But if we go in here, HP is 3,991. That's a drastic improvement. Physical attack is 1,786. That's a drastic improvement. That is the result of all the stacking of those CP rewards. Now, let's get back to CP rewards really quickly. If I go down here, go to character list, and let's just grab anybody. It doesn't really matter here. If I go through this and I count up all of the iris I get, so 5 iris there, 5 iris there, 5 iris there, at maximum, and admittedly maximum is pretty hard to achieve, but at maximum you will get 150 iris completely free to play per unit that you upgrade per CP level. That means there's, what is that, 450 I believe iris free, completely free, just chilling in here at your disposal. If you're not doing this every month, you're missing out on some amazing, amazing, amazing rewards. Now, the good and the bad to this, okay? Let's start at the bottom here, okay? I don't know if I have anybody much lower than level 20, but let's just say for the sake of argument, because I did buy those Arario souvenirs, and as I said, those souvenirs are for crossover units. Toka being a crossover unit from the Data Live collab. Just happens to be the lowest level here. If I need to upgrade her, if I go to CP reward list, it'll tell me my next level is at 1667. That's not great, but that's not terrible. That's going to take, let's go ahead and see, offer present, okay? So it says here, dungeon sandwiches, books and knowledge, and single flowers are all 100 CP. Bouquets, souvenirs, and Dungeon Cake and Book of Nobility are all 200 CP. But notice that the souvenir says it has a little heart beside it. Those souvenirs are not as valuable to other units. Any unit all units in here will have something they prefer. That little heart will be next to something else entirely. So let's grab a mainline unit. Let's just go all the way up here and grab eyes. Okay? In fact, this is the girl eyes. This is the one that we got not terribly long ago. This isn't even your main eyes. So, if I go to offer present, she prefers dungeon sandwiches. Now that's up to 200 CP. So whatever she prefers, that becomes significantly more valuable to her. Books of knowledge and single flowers are still 100. Big bouquets are still 200. But notice that dungeon cakes are worth 400. Now souvenirs I'm aware are only worth 5. Souvenirs and some of the specialty items, they're a little bit different. But the books, the cakes, and the bouquets, or I should say the edibles, the books, and the flowers all double in value when they are preferred. So you do want to feed in some of the stuff that is preferred. So if I were to upgrade eyes here, to get the next level, she's going to require 2240. That's a lot, but it's not the end of the world. If I go down here to Dungeon Cakes, let's see, that's 60. So we're going to require quite a bit. Let's see. So that's going to be what? Yeah, okay, that actually did get us to the next level. So it's not too bad. Could be better, could be worse. Next level after this is 1500, and so on and so forth. But when we get a little further up here, let's say get Haruhime to the next level, she's going to require 2700. Still not the end of the world, but it does get significantly harder and more valuable. Also notice, she's almost at that level, whereas Leafia down here at 38, she's going to require 5,000 to get to the next level. And if I were to get Haruhime up to the next level, just for sake of silliness, I'm going to do that. 2704. So let's go ahead and she does Books of Knowledge. Let's grab Books of Nobility, okay? 400, 800, 1200. Okay, let's just do 5. She's not terribly close. See, 704, so 2 more. There we go. Now, she's at level 42. If I want to get her to level 43, that's going to be over 7,000 CP, which isn't the end of the world, but is fairly expensive. Now, why would I be doing this, okay? So if I actually I'll just grab Lyra here for no reason whatsoever. As I go up here, you'll notice that we are getting some of those big, I guess, like I'm getting MP there, I'm getting HP there. I'm getting rewards that are going to upgrade them, and I'm also getting Iris. After about level 30, the rewards become something a little bit different. So 30 is some agility, some HP, some MP. At level 38, level 39 in this case, level 39 is an MP upgrade. After that, we get Ascension Fauna, Iris, Exilia books, more Ascension Fauna, so on and so forth. The last big upgrade is like 38 or 39, depending on the unit. So after that, it's not as prudent to upgrade those units. But as you can see, I am working hard on getting everybody upgraded so that we have everybody at least at a really high, very respectable stat. 20 being my lowest is actually pretty respectable. Hopefully by the end of this month, they'll be a little bit higher, but it is what it is. And I've got, what, 138 units in here to worry about? Yeah. Like I said, this is stacking across all units. And if I go back up here to, let's just say for the sake of argument, Eyes Girl will only affect Eyes Girl, but this Hermes will affect every Hermes in the game. Yeah, Take, this will affect every unit in here with Take. Same with Aisha, who desperately needs some big upgrades. Same for Ares, all of that stuff. If there's one unit, it'll only upgrade that one unit. With like Hermes, these upgrades will apply to every single Hermes unit in the game. So, you want to take distinct advantage of this. Now, the other thing to consider, why did I only do surplus rather than selling them all? Well, if you're hurting for Iris, and this could be a case with a lot of people right now, we've gotten a lot of banners and things like that, for every single upgrade you do on a 3-star, all right, you are going to get some Iris. Plus, 3-star or 2-star or 4-star for that matter. Plus, every time you limit break a unit, let's go down here and see if I have a unit that could use some limit breaking. I don't think he will, but he's a good example. So let's go to the status board here. If I were to have a bond in here and I were to limit break one of these, that would give me 10 iris every time one of these is limit broken. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and for upgrading a unit to level 80, you get about 30 iris. So it's like 80 iris per unit. If you couple all these rewards together, they actually add up fast. And this is the same for 2 and 3 stars. So by upgrading 2 and 3 stars right now, when bonds aren't all that necessary and Sirios is fairly plentiful, it's an awesome idea, absolutely awesome idea to just basically upgrade 2 and 3 stars and start saving that iris for later on events. Normally when we're in like the anniversary and stuff like that, I will tell you sell your Sirios. Sirios at the low end when you're like, level, I believe 1 to 8 was the math we did on that, is still more lucrative. But right now we're about to get so many bonds. I would say it's probably a good time to start upgrading those units. Now, the one thing I will warn you, when you get to this final limit break, don't go any further. The reason I say that, once you get up to level 80, you cannot upgrade anymore. And when you go to do your dailies here, one of your dailies is status level or boost level or status board. If you have all of your units at level 80, you cannot do this. That's why a box looks a little wimpy in some states. I've got some 4 stars down there, I've got some 3 stars down there. The reason being is because every single day I have to have somebody to upgrade. So if you go do all of your upgrades on all your 3 stars and all your 2 stars, and you take them to level 80 without accommodating any kind of I guess breathing room, you're going to miss out on this every day. And that's going to miss you out on 10 iris a day over 365 days. That's basically an entire banner's worth of daily rewards you're missing out on. So, when you get to 5th limit break, stop. Level up, I believe that's 76 unless I'm mistaken. Stop. Maybe 78. I don't recollect. But when you get to that level of that final limit break, stop. Because when you go back in here, and I'm just going to use any old example. I don't really know. We're not going to search for one unit that's limit broken, but not there. So notice she's level 80. I can do nothing here. I can't do anything here. She's done. All right. However, just grab her. It doesn't really matter so much. If I go to status board, in fact, I could upgrade her, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay. If I go to status board here, I have a bunch of things I can fill in. Plus, let's unlock that. If I go to upgrade level, I could just do one small item, and it's going to give her just a little bit. This is an excellent, excellent, excellent opportunity. That's going to give me, and either one of those would have given it to me, but one or the other would have given me my level upgrade here. So you need to leave some of that available. Don't expunge all of that. But know that it's available and know that you need to do that. Now, we didn't talk about Dolb, and I'll talk about Dolb really quickly. Dolb only happens when you sell a 4-star. Now, I've sold a number of 4 stars. And because of that, I have a bunch of those black gems up at the top. Now, those are good because you can buy 4-star tickets. You could buy hero lights, which I would argue are probably one of the more lucrative things here. But every month, I try to get as many of these prism bonds as I can. As you can tell, I did miss out on a few last month. But Assist Prism Bond is 150 Dolb. Adventure Prism Bond is only 100 Dolb. I can actually buy that Adventure Bond right now. And what the Adventure Bond does, that is a free limit break for any adventure, or this one's a free limit break for any 4-star assist. These are super duper valuable. And with the daily 11 draw, you are likely to pull, I've already pulled 2 of them, likely to pull 4 stars at some point during this. In fact, let's do this one real quickly to kind of close out this video. So the first of the month, the shops reset every single, check that out. I like to see that. So these shops reset every single month. Undertale Secure is a new monthly thing. We want to take advantage of that. I will talk about rewards. I think that's probably... come on. I think that's actually a good video to do probably later on. We do have some new rewards coming for that, I believe, next month. I don't believe they're coming this month. I'll have to double check that. But it is going to reset every single month, run to the 25th, and then once again reset on the 1st of every single... Actually, I believe it's the final day of every month. New phone, do this! Oh! Okay. I actually don't need that Hestia, but that's a good one. So, excellent. Got a 4-star, and it's an assist on top of that. But notice, it's a dupe. That's going to be 10 Dolb. So, awesome. I can go sell her, and I can get more Dolb, but that's going to be one step closer to my assist Prism Bond. A perfect example of why you need to, number one, do this every single day. Number two, take advantage of what I'm showing you. We're going to get a new Memoria. We're going to get a new Undertale Secure. We're going to get all that stuff every month, so pay attention, guys. Like, comment, share, all that good stuff. There's so much more to talk about, but I'll save that for more videos, and I'll catch you guys on that next one very soon.